All right, guys, we are here, right here on the Dan Romano Show. I am so thrilled and happy for this wonderful night that we are here. I got a lot of great things going on, and one of them is a amazing new thing that we are doing with a friend of mine named Ciro DiPaggio. I hope I pronounced his name right because he's going to kill me if I got it mixed up. He introduced a new line of virgin olive oils that will knock your socks off. I have tried them. The best one that I like is where is it? Did I bring it? The extra virgin olive oil with the truffle is an amazing quality, an amazing taste, and burns perfectly when you do it. When you cook with it, you cook with it with a light flame, and it does the cooking to the T. Chicken franchise, and if you want to make something called what I like is a calamar fra diavolo, I want you all to try the chili pepper extra virgin olive oil. When I tell you it gives you a kick like no other, it's a unique, perfect blend of the oil and the chili. I mean, he's got it mastered. These are some of the best olive oils on the market. And next week we will have Ciro DiPaggio call in and tell everybody where you can order your own oils. It's top of the line. It is the best quality on the market today. I guarantee you that. And this is from a chef who's been in the business for 35 years. What better can I give you? And also in the line and the world of Dino Luzzi energy drink, the best energy drink on the market today, Dino Luzzi energy drink, made in Italy. It is one of the highest quality energy drinks on the market. The only thing I can tell you is simply give it a try, give it a taste, and let Dino Luzzi energy drink do its magic. Better than any energy drink on the market today. Loaded with vitamins. It is a unique, it goes down with no burn in the throat. It is loaded with vitamins. And that's basically the best thing they can do. There's no crash, there's no after effect, and it's actually, in my opinion, the most healthiest energy drink on the market today. You got to pick up a can and you got to give it a try. Dino Luzzi energy drink. To me, there is no better. I am very blessed to have all these beautiful things coming to the Dan Romano Show, and now we are learning to make it a marketing strategy with all these wonderful companies. Mob Kings, Ciro DiPaggio olive oils. If you want to contact me, you can. Go to the Dan Romano Show, leave me a message, and I will tell you how to get in touch to order this amazing olive oil. I can get it at your house within a couple of days. And we are here right now talking about some great things on the Dan Romano Show. I'm going to put a plug in really quick for a great comedy night that we got going on at Library Cafe on 10/28. It is called The Funny as Fuck Females of Comedy. And it's legendary headliner, Vanessa Hollingshead, who is one of the best in the business. She will make you laugh. From soup to nuts, there is no better than Vanessa. She is going to be followed by the beautiful Janice Massetti, who is another great, unbelievable comedian in this business, and the beautiful Heather Learman, who I cannot thank enough for helping me and assisting me in doing everything that this comedy world can offer. Without her, I would not have any way of advancing as much as we did so fast in this wonderful world of this comedy business. We're going to be right back with a great friend of mine. His name is Louis Romano, and he is one of the biggest authors in the mob book industry. He knows the mobs in and out, and we're going to get into his head in a couple of minutes. Right now, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to be right back with Louis, my boy Louis, I call him Louis Romano, in a couple of minutes. Don't go nowhere. Go to commercial. We're going to be right back on the Dan Romano Show. All right, we are back right here on the Dan Romano Show. I'm going to ask you to move over right here. We are blessed with one of the greatest authors, publisher, writer, and everything in between, Mr. Louis, and he's got my last name, or I got his last name, Mr. Louis Romano. Louis, how are you, brother?
How are you, Dan? Good to be with
you.
You
are a handsome man.
No, I'm not. I'm an old man.
You're never old.
I have a son, Dan Romano. He reminds me of you a little bit.
Oh, he must be a great guy.
He's a great guy. He's
God
terrific.
bless.
And I don't know, but you said I'm one of the greatest writers. I'm a writer. I don't like to say greatest. I'm a writer. I'm a storyteller, you know.
Well, let me ask you a question. How many books you got under your title?
Only 19.
19. To me, that's a legend.
It's a lot.
It's a legend.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and I've only been doing it since I'm 58. So, what is it? 71. So that
God
many
bless.
years.
You look awesome for your age. God bless you.
Stop. Yeah.
I'm telling you the truth.
I feel all right.
Well, you're blessed.
Good genes.
Yeah, that's it's the olive oil.
Romano olive oil. This is great olive oil. I've
Yes,
had it. Terrific.
Mob Kings is taking off like you wouldn't believe.
Fantastic.
Well, I'm gonna get right into it. You got a bunch of books that we're gonna pick up a couple and we're gonna ask them some questions about the books.
Sure.
All right, this one is an Albanian flag, if I'm not mistaken, and it's called. I know I ran into. I know I had this book at one time.
It's been out a few years.
This is Besa.
Besa.
Besa. Now, give me a rundown on Besa.
Well, Besa is in the Albanian tradition, in the Albanian language, it's their word of honor. So what it is it's a book of fiction, but there's a lot of interesting things that really happened in real life. In the Bronx, the Albanian mob and the Italian mob getting into a little skirmish, if we should say. It doesn't make anybody look better than the other. The Albanian people are very, very fine people. I know many of them. I'm good friends with many of them. I've had lifelong friends with them. But it's an exciting book. We got close to making it into a movie, and we are still going to do that. The script that was written by a cousin of mine, Michael Michelli, won 11 awards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in Hollywood and Connecticut. Canada, so it's he's got a good thing going on. He's a smart kid, and we're still ready to do this movie. We actually had Chaz Palminteri signed for it, but we had a production problem and some financial problems. And Chaz was a stand-up guy all the way.
I know him well. Yeah, he's very good.
He's a good guy.
Good people.
Yeah, he was I owe him a lot. That's all I could say. He's a good guy.
All right. Well, we're going to get to book number 2. We have Mafia International.
Right. This book is about John A. Light. I wrote it with John. It's about his life in the mob. It's his 4th book, I think. And it talks all about the things that he did in that terrible life that he walked away from. But John's a character, and he's in, right now I think he is in Albania, because he's Albanian extraction, and he's coming back soon, and he's going to get back on the circuit and try to get some of these books in people's hands. He's a good guy. Now, the other book you're reaching for, Dan, is...
Should we do this one or this one?
No, do this one. This one, actually, right now, this is about Gene Borello, and I know what you guys are going to say out there while I'm writing about rats and so forth, but have an open mind. They did rat, and there are reasons why they ratted. I'm not going to stand and protect them.
No, of course.
But I'm going to tell you, Dan,
yeah,
there were reasons why they did it. Now, Gene Borello is a young guy. I think he's 36 years old now. He was faced with doing life imprisonment when they were turning on him. I don't know what I would do. I wasn't in the life.
Listen,
but you know what I mean?
There's no right. There's no... Listen, in the world of the mob, there's a saying, you never rat on your friends. But they don't tell you don't rat on your friends when you're facing a life sentence and you're going to be given. Everyone's got to do what they got to do to get by. But when you do something, there's always repercussions.
Let me tell you a quick story about when I met John. When I met Gene Borello, I met him in a cigar bar in New Jersey. That's where I live. And he came from where he was in Queens. And I never thought I'd see a guy like this. He wasn't dressed up like the normal mob guy. He had this big tattoo over here that said Omerta, Omerta.
Right.
Which is the Sicilian thing for silence.
Right.
So I said to him, I don't even know the guy. And I looked at him and I said, I guess you didn't listen to this this tattoo.
Right. Oh, my God. Wow.
I don't know if he was going to smack me or laugh, but he laughed and he goes, no, I really didn't. And our relationship took off very nicely there. Right. He's a nice young man. He's got issues, like everybody does.
Right.
And that book right now, I'm not bragging, But that book is number 8 in organized crime.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Now, Brad would be bragging my ass off.
Yeah, it's a good read. Friends of mine have read it who are not into the mob stuff, and they're telling me how great it is. I'm really a crossover writer. I don't know if you know that.
Right.
What that means is I write a lot of fiction. I've written some true stuff.
You take a little bit of it, a little bit, and you collaborate it.
Right. But now I'm back into my fiction stuff, and I have a series from the Intercession book. It's about a serial killer, and it's about a Vic Ganella. Vic Ganella is a cop,
Right.
A made-up cop, and this new book here, Shonda, is my latest in this series, number 6 in this series, and Shonda is about a serial killer who is killing Orthodox Jewish people up in Rockland County. I'm
Oh
not
my
making
God!
fun
No,
of
no,
it.
no, 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 no.
And it's not anti-Semitic.
No,
I'm
I
not.
I
Not that
believe
way.
you.
But
It's a book.
It's a book. The kid's got a little screw loose, and he thinks the Jews have hurt his father, which they didn't, and he goes and starts picking them off, and my characters have to stop him.
Right. Oh, I got you.
It's fun. To me,
Right.
it's
No, I
fun.
love it. I love what you're doing.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something really quick?
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of writing a movie
Ooh.
about mafia,
Really?
but in my movie, there's an evil, and there's an angel
Oh,
in the movie of the mob.
really?
Yes.
It's
So
a
that's
good
why I
idea.
think this is I think there's a reason why you came into my life.
If I could help you in any way, I'm
Well,
more than happy to
I
collaborate.
am writing a movie. We have a couple of heavy hitters that are going to be in this,
Really?
and yes, and everybody that's reading the script is falling in love.
Really? The
And
concept is there.
The concept, but it's of course it's fiction.
Oh, I'd
of
love
course
to-
it's fiction.
love
You
to
know,
look at
but there's something that comes from above, and there's
Ah.
something that comes from underneath,
Got it.
and they come to the head of the mob, and
wrong
they
with that?
give us jobs to do.
That's terrific.
Yes, and now if the movie is successful,
Yeah.
then we're gonna turn it right into a series. Or I'm gonna turn it right into a series.
That's wonderful. I
Yes.
wish you all the luck in the
Thank
world.
you, and I might
Whatever
come
can
to
do
you
to help you. I'm there.
I love it. I love it
there for
already.
you, yeah.
And I'm gonna actually. I think we have a good role for Teresa that was just on the
yeah,
show
yeah.
before us.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's still here, but we're gonna put Teresa in this movie. And let me tell you something. Teresa is a very good actress.
Is she really?
Very good actress. She
I'm
is
glad.
high
That's
quality.
good.
She's
That's good.
she works her ass off, and well, I didn't mean to take time away from you.
No,
I'm
no,
very
not
happy
at all,
about this.
Not at all.
Well, I'm gonna ask you some questions.
Sure, shoot.
All right. All right.
I'm ready.
Actually, out of all the books you wrote, which one is your favorite?
You have children?
Yes.
Which one is your favorite?
I can't pick.
That's right. That's the same thing with me. I know what's my best sellers. I know what made the best deals. I know that this is going to be a movie, Intercession. But I have a piece of my heart in every one of them.
I love that.
It's
I
just
love.
like-
I already love you already. Not like
Yeah.
that. Not like. Not like a little. Like I want to give you a little sizzle.
a little
you're
shot.
but you're
No,
fucking
yeah,
great.
Yeah. But that's exactly how.
No, I love it.
That's
I feel like we're
exactly how I
family.
feel.
I swear
Thank
to God.
you.
I feel with the last name we already got
we
to
already
go
got
on.
there. I'll leave something for you in my will.
Well, no. But I appreciate
But,
it.
yeah,
Hopefully, we'll be dead together in Chentan.
A long time.
Exactly.
Chentan, they do it.
Another 100 years will be
Chentan, they
good.
do it. 102 years.
All right.
But I don't have a favorite. They're like my children, every one of them.
My next question: where do you get your research from?
Well, I get the research from the book idea. Let me give you a couple of things about research. I wrote a book called Corusi, The Shame of Sicily, about the little boys in Sicily who were forced to work in the mines.
Right. Okay.
They
Yeah.
were sold into slavery.
Right.
People don't think that the Italian people suffered, but the Sicilian people did.
Every
Everybody
nationality
suffered. Every
suffered.
nationality suffers. But they suffered, and this book brings it out. I went to Sicily for 2 weeks and did the research and went into the mines and did all that research
Right.
there. And of course on the internet and books that I read incessantly. I read like a crazy man.
Right.
So that's some of the other time I wrote a book about the mob where the Russian mafia was stealing kidneys and shit. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, no,
Right.
please. You can say anything you want to say.
They were stealing kidneys and organs, and I actually wound up watching a kidney transplant
Right.
from the donor to the recipient for 2.5 hours, watching the doctors put this.
Right.
So I could
legit. So you could. So
I
you
was
could.
at
So you could put it
Presbyterian
out.
Hospital.
Right.
So that's why I would do research. I do research on every book. The research takes me almost as much time as the writing.
Well, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
And that's. You guys got to understand when somebody's putting that much effort into a book.
Right.
It's worth reading. It's that simple, and that's why we have him here.
Thank
so
you.
make sure
Thank you.
pick up one of his books, give it a read, and he's an approachable guy. Tell him what you think, write him.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
LouisRomanoAuthor.com is my website.
Can't beat that.
It's just been redone. And my email address is spqr2006.
Wait, you got to say that slow because these people are a little bit slow now. SPQR, everybody.
2006 at Verizon.net.
Can't beat that.
And I'm happy to answer any questions you have about writing or anything else, any of my books, anybody's books. But my website's pretty active.
All right, good.
Yeah,
That's
got
awesome.
a lot of sales on it.
I got a question off scale.
Yeah.
Have you ever wrote a book about any Italian women in the mob?
You know, no, but how did you know?
I didn't know.
What are you psychic?
No, a little bit.
Mike, yeah.
There's a lot of stories out there that I would love to see a book about how a woman would feel.
I just had a meeting yesterday with a friend of mine who told me that I should write a love story this time.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
With the mob and a love story, because I've never written a love story. Everything is violent, and I don't want to be violent all the time.
No.
So
it's good to change it.
It's going to be about a woman. She's not going to be Italian. Well, maybe she will be Italian, but she's not going to be a mobster. She's going to be involved with the mobster, and there's going to be a love story.
I like that.
I'm just getting the concept going. I did have a book about a Chinese woman who was going with the Italian mafia guy, Gino Romano, who's my character.
Right.
And she's Susie Ping, and one of the best-looking women you ever want to see in your life, in my mind.
Well, I got it.
But she's in there.
Well, another question I'm going to ask you: is there any worries about anyone coming after you about one of your stories or one of your books?
No.
You're clean.
Why would they do that?
You never know. These days, the people are bots.
You know, I don't.
You
see
could
that
write
happening.
something. You could write something, even though it's fictional.
Yeah.
You could write something, and it could actually match somebody else. I mean, isn't that possible?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people can come after me for being a fiction writer because they could go. But you know, I'm a writer. I'm not saying anything that's a lie.
Right. Yeah.
If I am, then tell me and I'll correct it.
Right.
But I'm not worried that anybody's going to bother me. And I've been around a long time, and I think I have some validity to that.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, you doing any TV shows or movies coming up? We talked about that a little bit.
Yes. So Intercession is being written by A.J. Enriquez.
Okay.
He's in Hollywood.
Right.
I'm meeting him again for the third time.
He's big in Hollywood, though.
He's just not big, but his girlfriend is pretty well known. He is going to be big. I'm telling you, I'm backing this guy. He's going to be big. AJ is a friend from Newark. He's a Newark guy.
Right.
And Portuguese extraction. Brilliant. Let me tell you something. One of the smartest people I ever met.
God bless.
Very low key. He wants to do Intercession. He's going to do Intercession. He's writing it right now. And we're going to try to peddle it come December, January.
Well, if you're looking for any actors, you never know.
I've already found one guy.
Where is he?
We may have to kill you in the first scene.
Oh, that's all right. It won't be the first time. I've never been in a movie yet where I died.
Oh, really?
I would like that.
Well, this is about a lot of people dying in this book.
Well, that's a good thing.
Right. So it's a book about a serial killer who goes around killing people who have harmed children.
Oh, I could go for that. I like that.
Yeah.
It's very, very similar to what I'm writing.
Really?
Very similar to what I'm writing.
See that? Look at this. We could.
I asked. There's a legendary comedian out there named Chris Roach.
Oh yeah.
I just asked Chris Roach to play a priest, and he's thinking about it. Hopefully, Chris will take it, but it might be. It's one of those roles where he might be, the religion, and he might not feel.
This is what Intercession's about.
Yeah.
I got about 6 priests in this.
Sick mink. I got 1.
No, and some of them not going to make it.
Well, I understand.
I got a rabbi too, so I'm not anti-Catholic.
Oh no, I got it.
Right.
All right, this is a good one. Who's your favorite author?
You know, I really like Ernest Hemingway a lot, but that sounds like it's contrived. Nelson DeMille from Long Island. He's out here in Long Island.
I don't know.
I think he's in Great Neck.
Yeah, it's not far from here at all.
Yeah, he's a fabulous writer, and I read a lot of his. I don't read a lot of James Patterson and people like that who manufacture books.
Right.
But Hemingway was a big fan of Mark Twain.
Yeah.
I love Rod Serling, who wrote The Twilight Zone.
Oh yeah,
back
okay,
in the
okay.
50s.
I never read any of those.
Yeah. He was a TV writer, and Patty Chayefsky, people like that who wrote screenplays. I read a lot of that stuff.
That's good.
But Nelson DeMille of late, I'm reading a book about Franklin Roosevelt right now. Don't ask me why, but I am.
But reading other people's work is a
Right.
good thing, and it stimulates the mind.
You know,
it gets everything going.
I don't know about you, Dan, but I can't read while I'm writing. In other words, if I'm writing a book,
Right.
I can't read anything because
Your mind is focused.
My mind is focused.
Oh, well, of course.
You too,
I gotta
I'm
be.
sure.
Well,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
when I write the movie,
Right.
I don't. I blank.
No,
You have to blank
everything.
everything out, and you have to
That's
put
it.
it down.
You gotta stay on
You
focus.
see, I'm a little backwards because I see it come to life first, and then I throw it on the paper.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, that's me. I see it because which is a good thing
That's a
because
gift. That's a gift.
Yeah, it actually is because a lot of the people tell me that
Right.
they go, it's hard to do.
You know what I find? I find when I'm writing the book, I follow a script a little bit.
Right.
Not a script, but an outline.
A guideline.
A guideline,
Right.
really. But I find that the characters actually write the dialogue for me.
Yeah. Well, the way I put some people in my movie is I picture them who they are.
Right.
And it's like easy, like making the acting a lot easier.
It does.
You put it.
Right.
You're making him be himself or her be herself.
Right.
And then you write around that person.
But I enjoy myself.
No, I love it. I love it.
And it's so good to be with you tonight.
Oh, same here. I wish we had more time. I wish we could do another hour
I
with
gotta
this.
get back to Jersey. I
Well,
live far from
I want you
Next
are.
time I'm going to stay out here.
Yeah, we'll go to bring it to Atlantic City. After here we'll go back
all
to
right,
Jersey.
right
We'll go
there.
back to
We'll take a
We'll go
helicopter
right
to
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we have people that we could fly a plane out of
I
here.
used to have a place in Montauk. We had a house in Montauk, my family and I. And we sold that about 10, 12 years ago. I should have kept it, I think.
Right. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew? But I love everything about you. I mean,
Thank you,
you're
Thank
absolutely phenomenal.
Thanks so much.
Louis Romano, everybody, one of the great writers. He's got so many books. You can follow him on the Facebook, on the email. Any questions you have for him, this is the man you want to see. And if there's any actors or actresses out there that are interested in being in a movie, this might be the man you want to see.
Love to hear from you.
You know, because everyone's got to open the door for everybody else, and that's what we do.
And that's what I'm about.
One thing about me and the things I do, I'm going to use a bad word here. I don't cock block nobody. I want everybody who can do a job to be successful. I've given up parts so other people can shine.
Really?
Because I know that if I can't do it, I said no to things that I can't do.
Danny, it comes back at you.
Yeah, well, the people that I associate with in my life, I'm blessed with people like Joey Catalano.
Wow.
I'm blessed with
Yeah.
people like Ciro. So many people that reach out to me, or I reach
That's
out
terrific.
to them. I mean, I got to introduce you to the Wise Guy Show.
Yeah,
You'll
I live
fall in
out
love
there
with
in
them.
Jersey, so it's an easy thing for me
Yeah,
to do.
Joey Catalano.
I'd like to know Joey. Yeah.
Joey is one of the great actor.
Really?
Great Italian actor. You ever need a mobster? This is the one you come see.
We're going to be looking for that.
Yeah, I'll when you're ready, you give me a call. I'll introduce you to.
Absolutely.
I'll get you faces that'll knock your socks off. Frankie Carreras, Scott McManus. We got them all under our
Really?
thing. Yeah.
Good. Wonderful.
And this is what we do. And you know, the mob world is such an amazing thing. When I grew up in the Bronx.
Me too.
I'm not going to say no names, but I was blessed. I was blessed to be protected.
Right.
We came from Trog's Neck. If anybody knows Trog's Neck, it's a fucking powerhouse. When we went, I'll give you a story. One day, and it's not a racial story, so I don't want nobody to fucking get fucking butts. But one day we had a bunch of. I was a kid. I was about 14 or 15 years old.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of guys come in the neighborhood from the other side.
Right.
And they kicked over my garbage can.
Not a good thing.
So I go outside like I think I'm a fucking gangster. I see 6, 7 people. I said, what the fuck did I just get into? So I said, sir, do me a favor. Pick up my garbage can. Put it back the way it fucking was. I don't go in your neighborhood to kick over your garbage cans. Don't come to mine. I said it respectfully.
Right.
They told me to go fuck myself.
Okay.
I go back inside. They go, what the fuck you gonna do? Get stupid. So I tried to even it up. I thought I was a wise guy. I got a fucking, I put in a abat.
Right.
I walk outside. I put it on my side. And then I said, I don't want to argue. I just got this in case you guys get stupid. I'm not going to use it. I said, I'm going to use it after one of you swing. Outside come out the Italian people.
Oh, boy.
But not the Italian kids.
I know.
The fucking old timers.
Yeah.
the 60s, the 70s, they come outside, they go, Denny, they ask the guys, clean the stuff and go home.
Right.
And then they got stupid with them, then the sons come out.
Then it's a problem.
Then it's a problem. But they, after the sons came out,
right.
But to see a fucking community of all fucking guineas.
Listen, I grew up on Arthur Avenue.
Oh, I love Arthur Avenue. You kidding me?
Yeah.
I used to go there. I used to get blessed with fucking steaks.
That scene with Chaz in the bar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That really happened.
Yeah, but I know that, yeah.
Yeah.
But this is what you do when you're in a good community. It's got nothing to do with race. It's got nothing to do with creed. It's got nothing to do with color. But you protect your own
pride.
And if everybody fucking did that, there would be no problems. There would be no bullshit.
That's correct.
I feel bad when these people, you hear shootings and these little babies.
Oh, man.
And I don't give a fuck, black, white, Hispanic, Chinese, fucking Italian, whatever the fuck it is. There's certain things that people have to stop preventing in this fucking world to make this world go around. You know, the innocent people don't need to fucking suffer. And that's what everyone's got to solve. You know, in the police, that's another fucking story. They get the bad, they get the good, and all the stuff. Listen, we're going to take a commercial break. Louis Romano, one of the best fucking guys out here. I love you, Lou. You are beautiful.
So
God bless you.
You're so great.
And we are going to be right back on the Dan Romano Show with comedian legend Basil the comedian. I can't wait to get him on. And we'll be right back on the Dan Romano Show. Louis Romano, everybody.
An opportunity of a lifetime awaits. Join our energetic and determined team in Italian food and beverage, stock symbol IFBC. We are soaring forward and expanding rapidly with our Dino Luzzi energy drink, which many agree by far is the best energy drink on the market. The possibilities are endless with no ceiling. The company's crew is relentless, working 24/7, building a great foundation and creating innovative ideas. With new product coming out right around the corner, now is the time. Become an affiliate. Join IFBC, leaving its competitors in the dust. Italian food and beverage, stock symbol IFBC.
All right, guys, we are back right here on the Dan Romano Show. And I am blessed with one of the greatest comedians. There's an echo in here. I am blessed with one of the greatest comedians that you're ever going to find. It is my honor. Let me wait for him to come back on. But it's my honor to have the one and only, and I hope I don't fuck up his name, the Basil, everybody. Comedian Basil.
The Basil. What's going on, brother? You doing all right?
I am hearing so much about you. Everybody is going crazy. The whole comedy world. How the hell did you get him on the show? I said, I reached out to him, and he said he would do it.
Absolutely, my brother, man. Thanks for having me on the show. I had nothing else better to do, for God's sakes. You know, I was sitting around doing nothing, and then you were so sweet. Because usually when I have to deal with, you got to go through the agent and this and that, and you went directly to me, man. So it was very, very, very cool, and I appreciate it, brother.
Well, I am
really
very honored to have you on this show. You are one of the comedians out here that everybody on Long Island loves. Everybody on Long Island talks about, and you fill up rooms like no other. Tell me, what's been going on in your life, brother?
Well, I'll tell you what. First of all, it's really cool to be on your show. Number one. The other thing is, to be quite honest with you, the past 18 months really didn't leave anything for us to really do. So I signed a deal with a company out of Montreal, Canada, Equinox Films, and I've been punching up scripts for them. Right. And then I've been developing various TV shows, and we opened up a production company here in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
Where we have Screen Gem Studios. So one of the shows that I developed is called Basil, and it's based on the Greek stand-up that I do, and also the non-Greek stand-up that I do, because I have two separate shows. So I wanted to do something different. It takes place with a Greek restaurant. Surprise. So we wound up doing that, and it seemed that everyone really loved it. And so we start production January 15th of 2022. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, brother.
We have a famous, well, I call a famous, we have a very famous Greek comedian and actress, Carrie. I don't know if you know her, Carrie Carabas.
I love Carrie Carabas. As a matter of fact, we first started to do this concept of this show because we went through various rewrites. We auditioned Carrie, and Carrie to me is a sweetheart because she's a foodie. I'm a foodie. I have my own food company as well. I don't know if you knew that or not.
No,
Basil
I did
Food.
not.
And we are repackaging because we are now involving this new television show with the food. But I knew Carrie from before. Now, a lot of people don't know I'm originally from Long Island, but I got my comedy start in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, wow.
So I started off with Steve Harvey and myself, and we were the open micers. And when we started doing
that's amazing. That's a hell of a story right there.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was pretty cool because we had what I call one of the best open mic groups that there were. There was Bertice Berry, who had her own talk shows, Mike Venom, the late Mike Venom, and AJ Jamal, and I know you probably heard his name before, Steve Harvey, myself, and we would sell out open mic nights, and that was 350 seats back in the day.
That's open mic 350, wow.
Yeah, 350.
That's unheard of today now.
Yeah, because they know comedy. But the thing was, today's comics, they're listen, every comic is different and every comic is great.
Yes.
Okay, no two ways about it. But there are certain dynamics involved that you want to get the audience kind of going crazy, right? And so I'm just not a monologist. So Steve and I had personality on stage. We went after it and we did our thing. I wound up getting married, and Steve decided to, unfortunately, leave his wife, and he went out to Dallas, and he went out to LA, and he became the success that he is. I wasn't willing to make that sacrifice.
Right.
I figured, well, it's going to come when it comes, and it finally came for us. And but a lot of people don't know all the secondary stuff that we wind up doing as well. I'm the voice of Bullwinkle at Universal Studios. I've been doing that for about 17 years. I don't know if you're a 30 for 30 guy from ESPN, but I voiced The Legend of Jimmy the Greek, where we wound up doing a documentary, and I was the voice of Jimmy the Greek.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, it was about 9 years ago when I wound up. That was my first big Emmy nod that I wound up doing. And then we wound up having like a bunch of other, stuff that was nice accolades. And I do my stand-up in Greek, so that took me all over the world. And, touring Australia, touring all of Europe, touring South Africa, all of North America. So it was actually pretty cool, man. I get a chance to fuck around, have a little bit of fun, make a little point.
Of course.
Have a little bit of fun. You know what I'm saying? So I miss it.
Can I pick your brain a little bit?
Absolutely.
Your favorite comedian?
You ain't got much to pick, but go for it.
I'll grab what I got. Your favorite comedian alive?
Oh, wow. Really, really tough. But if there was one person that I could sit through all of either his or her set, it would probably be Pryor. I think Richard Pryor.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it has. But you said just one, so I got to go with one. And Pryor was the one who's the storyteller.
Yeah.
I'm a storyteller, but I just move a little bit quicker, and you got to buckle up. I'm an animated character who does a lot of crazy stuff in my show. I do a lot of voice work, like I said, so I use that in my act. And, that's why we have our little thing, everyone's favorite Greek, because everyone thinks I'm going to open up a diner or something like that when they see me in a place. And I'm like, no. I'm not going to do any cooking or anything like that.
You cook with me. We'll cook together one day.
Hey, brother, you're on. Anytime, any place.
You got it, of course. I got the olive oils right here.
Beautiful. Where'd you get it? Italian olive oil?
Yes, this is Mob King's olive oil, one of the best. And let me tell you something. If you're an energy drink guy, try it. Next time I see you, I'm going to bring you a case of Dino Luzzi to take home with you. You're going to fall in love with this.
Really? Good stuff,
you're
huh?
Gonna fall in love with this.
Oh, dude, anytime. Absolutely. But, it's nice. You know what I miss? I got to be honest what I miss. I live down in the Carolinas. I played my college ball, over in Indiana. And, I played there. And then I finished up my education in the Midwest. And that's where I got my comedy start. But I miss the people of New York. You know why? Because they were real.
Yeah.
They were real. There was no bullshit. There was no, hey, how you doing? You had some assholes. You had some guys. And I'm still close with a lot of the ball players I played ball with in New York. I went to Longwood High School, and then my senior year, I switched over to Belport because we went through an austerity program issue. And then that was really cool. I had the opportunity to do that. I miss the real people. I was talking to a good friend of mine, Bobby Russo, And we were in the same class together,
Right.
sophomore and junior years. And Bobby Russo, yeah, we still talk to each other the same we were like kids. And Bill Averly and all these guys who Frank Nucaria, Frank Lamagra. So we were a tight bunch. And I miss that. And sometimes, in LA, it's plastic. You don't want that. You want real people. If someone shakes your hand, it's a deal. That's it.
That doesn't exist no more, my friend.
Nah,
Now,
unfortunately.
now a man's word, it's worth as much as the toilet paper you're going to wipe your ass with. I'm sorry to say that.
No, unfortunately, you're true, man. We're right on the spot with that.
I'm a new guy. I'm not a comedian. I am far from a comedian. And the only joke I ever got in the comedy world is I like money too much. That's why I don't want to be a comedian. But but the truth
in the
is,
early days, that was true.
Well, I say it as I see it, but I do a lot of what's that word? I promote shows.
Right.
I'm a host. I host them, and I love watching other comedians do their magic. Whether they're great, whether they're up and coming, whether they bomb, I love just being a part of watching what they want to, what they're trying to create, and that's what got me this love into this comedy world. The truth is,
you know what?
You're doing a show at Governor's Comedy Club very soon, right?
Right. I'm going to be in as a matter of fact, I'm going to be in Belmore this weekend. And I got two different types of shows that I'm doing, right? And what I try to do, because remember, man, because I'm close with a lot of New York comics.
Right.
And the reason why, because they knew I was from New York. We started talking, one thing led to another. Maybe a Joey Cola, maybe whomever it may be. Oh, Joey's,
he's aces.
Joey and I could tell stories about working with each other. Love Joe. So, as a matter of fact, when Joe and I would talk, he goes, "Man, I the way Joe, I gotta get you." And I would sit there and freaking laugh, and I'm like, okay. So I used to play Governors back in the day. So finally, Joey goes, "Where the hell are you? How come you're not coming up here?" And I said, Joe. So the last thing my good buddy Joey Coley says, "Come on up." So we wind up doing a deal to do a show this Saturday night, my general audience show that I do in Vegas, Atlantic City, at theaters around North America, all over the world. And it's called Basil's Homeschool Dropout World Tour. Saturday night, 7 o'clock at Belmore, at Governor's at the Brokerage.
Right.
And then on Sunday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm doing the Growing Up Greek in America tour that we have. So I'm going to be with Ellen Karras, another very, very funny lady who is doing her show. And she, like Carrie Karavis, I've actually had Carrie open for me before as well. Funny. And it's really nice. So I got these two shows, one general audience for the non-Greeks, anyone who doesn't, listen, if you are Greek, you come Sunday. Same place, Belmore at Governor. Absolutely.
By the way, if anybody wants tickets, I believe you could go to govs.com to get tickets, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct.
Yes.
Either Saturday night for the general audience show, or if you're Greek and you want to like a little bit of Greek in there, half Greek, half English, come to the Sunday show at 4 o'clock.
Oh my God, she's beautiful.
You like that?
I saw the picture. She's gorgeous.
Yeah, Ellen Karras, she ain't bad. She's nice eye candy.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the eye candy.
No, you can't. Listen, I can only be beautiful for so long, and then I start to melt away. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I can't get laid in prison. What the fuck am I going to tell you?
You can if you know how to do it.
Is that what it is?
You got to get the outside gang, but we'll talk about that another time.
Well, another time, another show. You know what I'm saying?
But I follow. I've been following you ever since we started talking, and then I gave a call to a friend of mine. Pat Marone. I don't know if you remember Pat Marone, but Pat Marone says, "Danny, you got to go with this guy." He says, "This guy's a legend in the comedy business." So
man,
I'm learning. I'm learning the comedy
world. No, let me tell you, you got a lot of great comics from the New York area whom I love, and it's guys who. Pardon me?
Did you ever hear of Terry McNeely?
Yeah, I sure have.
I just did a show that I hosted. I had Terry McNeely, I had Chris Roach, I had Keith Fitz. We did a show together that would fucking knock your socks off. I mean, it was unbelievable. And just us sitting at the table and just reminiscing about all the stuff that we're going through was just as good as the comedy itself.
You know,
That's what I
and
love
that's
about
what I
the
love,
comedy
man. When
world.
you can get a bunch of guys together and just have fun and be, hey, you drink a little bit, you have a little fun, talk about the spouse, you know what hell we're going through.
It's
I
a
mean,
whole
listen.
comedy act right there.
Oh, are you kidding me? I would leave my wife right now, but I'm so fucking attached to shit in my garage. I'm just telling you, I got to stick around for a while.
How many years you married?
33.
God bless. How many kids?
2. I have a 31-year-old daughter who's she's a director of art for a company here, and she does her stuff all over the world. She designs everything from A to Z, and she is, I guess she's got like 15, 16 people under her that she basically directs and tells them what to do. And then I have my 23-year-old. She's just wonderful. She's an 8th grade teacher. Her second year at 23, and her I'm afraid of. That's the one I'm afraid of. You know, because like her mother, I mean, they're tough. And my wife played basketball at NC State, so she's a tough broad. So, you know, when the women that you marry have bigger penises than you do, it's an issue.
You're crazy. Yeah, I don't wear the pants in my family. My wife does. Thank God she looks good in them.
Yeah, no, those
You
are
know,
great.
that's the key. I told her when she hits 45, I got to change her in for 2 22-and-a-half-year-olds. And she's trying to do the math.
Yeah, let me know how that works for you, okay?
I think I'm going to get kicked out. But one thing I love about the comedy world, I have to thank Governor's Comedy Club, because when I used to do a show there on their little station. They have a little radio station there. I used to have the Dan Romano show there. So one day, somebody made a joke. They says, "You can't sell out a house." So I told the guy, "Hold my beer, I'll be right back." I went to James. I said, "James, give me the little room." Actually, I didn't go to James. I went to Larry. Larry, one of the owners.
Right.
I said, "Larry, do me a favor, give me the little room." And he looked at me and goes, "You're not even a fucking comedian." I says, "I guarantee you I'll fill it up." I said, "Just give me the fucking little room." He gave me the little room. I put a guy named Teddy Smith on that show.
Okay.
We had it sold out in 48 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And that's when I knew I had some, because I was advertising it on the show. Back then we had thousands of people who watched the show. So, and I was doing movies, so I already had a fan base. So I said, how hard could it be to fill out a show? And
you proved it.
Yeah, but having Teddy Smith was a blessing on that show too.
It wasn't too bad to have people like that. Oh, listen, man. I swear to you, Dan, you put a show together with me, you and me together. I get another, maybe Joey Cola, get Joey Cola,
bro,
and we'll do a show. We'll do a theater.
Let's do the Paramount.
Hey, that's fine by me. You know, because between the Greeks and everyone that I know in Long Island, my fan base that I got, you, Joey, I'm telling you, we could probably sell a couple of shows.
You and Joey alone could fill you won't even need me. I'll just be there. I'll be there for my non-looks.
Yeah, you're beautiful, man. You're like me. You can't get lady pussy either.
I am so happy you're in my life, bro. I am blessed. I just hooked up with not hooked up like that. Like I'm talking about in the comedy world. I just hooked up with a girl named Vanessa Hollingshead. I don't know if that rings a bell for you.
Vanessa Hollingshead. I haven't heard her name, but it doesn't mean anything, because sometimes
she's one of the best headliners in the comedy business. And I gave her a call, and a lady named Heather Learman introduced me. Heather opened up the doors for the female comedy world like no other. Right. Now I'm working with all these major headliners. I'm even thinking about entering, maybe taking a class, like one of these classes out there, like go to maybe George Gallo or somebody to get somebody to.
Yeah, but you know what? You're naturally funny, man. That's the whole thing. You get on stage long enough, you can wind up doing it. You're naturally funny. There are some cats that you look at and go, not so much. Right. But you're naturally funny. You know who's funny. You know who goes out there. You can go, you look at it, you lift your eyelids and people are laughing. You do something, people, whatever the case is, write an act, go out there, work it, practice it, and then you got this wonderful show that you have. That's the one thing that I love doing as well, because we have a show called A Pinch of Basil that we do on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock. You can watch it on Twitch, and on Twitch it's called A Pinch of Basil. You can get it on Anchor, okay, and all the outlets on Anchor. We're on 7 actual radio stations around the country. Then you can also get it on Facebook at Basil Fans, BASILE FANS. Follow me, follow the show, 8 o'clock Wednesdays. YouTube, you can go on YouTube and get it there as well at Basil V Comedian, and you'll see our little icon where it says a pinch of basil.
Yes.
We are going to have in our guests, like we had Ken Shamrock, the all-time wrestling pro.
I know him very well. I know Ken very well.
Right. You and I talked about, love to have Ken. He was great. Have a lot of people. So now, tomorrow, Wednesday night.
Fan?
You know, not so much, not so much, but my actual engineer, his nipples were harder than ice, man. I tell you what, it was unbelievable. And so you and I talked about that the other night. And then, so my guys who I like working with are like producers and directors and stuff. And the guy who got me my first Emmy nod is going to be on the show with us. His name is George Veras, who is the CEO of the NFL Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. He was the executive producer of the NFL Today on CBS. He was the one who wound up firing Jimmy the Greek Schneider.
Really?
Right? Yeah, a Greek firing another Greek.
That's unheard of.
Yeah, you know, thank God they didn't own diners and have a diner.
Right.
We're throwing gyros all over the damn place. So anyway, they wound up going ahead, and so we got him. So the stories that he can tell us, he also produced. They were back in the 80s and the 90s. There was a guy by the name of Yanni, this long-haired, good-looking Greek guy who did these concerts with music out.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I heard of Yanni. Yes.
Yeah, he produced and directed all of those Yanni specials. He also was involved in 12 actual Olympics that he was part producer and or director. So to have that quality type of cat for 45 minutes under our wing and asking him questions and stuff, you know, it's pretty good. Then we're going to, you know, we have other football players we got on. I think we got Joe Willie Namath who'll be coming on their show.
Right.
So, you know, when I was a kid, Joe Willie was, well, you know, basically the man, you know, to be quite honest with you.
Right.
In the New York area. And, you know, these are the kind of cats that I love bringing on. It's called a pinch of basil. We're having serious, you know, conversation, but then you throw them a zinger or two. Called Wilmington.
How long does it take you to get from Wilmington to here by plane?
Probably about an hour, 15 minutes. Hour 20.
I would love to get you involved if you're interested. I deal with a company called Sassy. Sassy is the lady's name is Priscilla Arena, and it is for all autistic children. They might be giving me the contract to do 12 shows a year, but these are big. These are 500, 1,000 people. The good thing about Sassy is when you do an event, I don't have to go outside to fill it up because it's their parents of the autistic children and their families that come to the events, and that's how they sponsor it. So I would love to put your name down if you're interested in one of these upcoming events once everything starts opening up.
I'd be honored.
I'll fly you out here. I'll take care of you every way, money-wise, financially, and all that other stuff. That's not an issue.
We'll take care of all that. A lot of people know that I work for Muscular Dystrophy Association. We're working with MDA since I was a kid.
I saw that. I saw that in you. So that I figure, let me throw this out there.
No,
I already know what kind of guy you are. You got the heart of gold. I see it already. So
thank you, man. But absolutely, autism, you know, hits basically 1 out of 166 kids.
Yes.
In today's America, and I got to be honest with you, I really believe it's because of all the processed foods.
Oh yeah, I agree with you 100,000%. 100,000%.
And if they only went back to natural diets, they would be great.
Yeah,
everything would
I
be
agree.
Great.
I agree with you 100,000%.
Yeah.
So you're actually a smart comedian. That's very rare.
Yeah, I'm more than just dick jokes, my friend.
Well, I like it. I was hoping you were going to throw one in there eventually today. You know, but I mean, I could talk to you for hours. I mean, just picking you, I talk to you, and I'm actually learning. You know, if that makes any sense to you, because you're throwing everything at me, and I'm absorbing the whole fucking thing. You know, and it's a good thing.
You got a heart of gold too, bro.
Thank you.
What I do like doing is we're only on this earth for a little bit of time, right?
Yes, sir.
So the thing is that we have to make as much of an impact on this world in your 70, 80, or if you're lucky enough, 90 years.
I just lost my dad, 92 years old, 2 weeks ago. God
bless him. God bless him. And he's still with us, right?
No, he just passed away 2 weeks ago.
Oh, dude. Listen, may his memory be eternal.
Thank you.
I tell people this: if you're on this world, on this planet, I should say, you are someone, and if you have an ability and you have whatever fame and or fortune, why not do something to better people around you?
I love the way you are. You sure you're not Italian? Are you sure?
Actually, I'm 8% Italian.
See, I knew it. I knew there had to be a little piece in there somewhere. I knew it.
Well, that's right. But I can do a little protection here or there, get a little piece of the action. You know. What I'm saying?
You gotta get the vig. If you don't get the vig, you're behind the eight ball. Me and you together, we get the whole thing. We'll fucking knock out we'll loan shark to the comedians that can't get gigs. Hey, I gotta pick your brain on something. What's your opinion? What's your opinion on bringer shows? What do you feel about bringer shows? You've been a comedian how many years?
33, 34 years.
When you started out in this world, what's your opinion on you think comedians should follow bringer shows? I mean, I know it's a path for them. Me personally, I am totally against them. I've been trying to run shows a different way. Some people love, a lot of people love it. Some people hate it. The people that hate it are the people that live on bringer shows. They ask me, Danny, why don't you do a bringer show? And my answer is very simple. I can't tell a comedian you're not going to get fucking paid if you don't hit a minimum guideline. To me, I can't do that. Maybe because I'm not rich, but I come from a little bit of money, if that makes any sense. And for me to fucking tell a comedian, hey, you didn't bring the amount of people you're supposed to bring. Either go to fuck home or don't get paid. I think everybody should. This is a job. Comedy to me is a job. Yeah. And my rule is everybody that works with me gets a paycheck. Do you agree or disagree with that? What's your opinion on that?
I got to be honest with you.
Please.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Thank you.
I quit law school.
Really?
To become a comic. Yeah, I quit law school.
Were you stoned at the time?
No. However, I think a lot of my family members thought I was.
Well, that's a hell of a drop. That's a hell of a switch.
It was. I worked at a law firm. I actually clerked.
Were you married at the time?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So I lost my ride playing ball, and when I lost my ride playing ball, I came back to New York and worked construction for 9 months. And it was in the dead of winter, going into the dead of winter when I started, going through into the summer. I think I made I worked time and a half, double time.
Right.
So I was doing everything from welding to tapping to laying brick to driving, everything. My uncle owned the warehouse, and he owned the factory where we build incinerators. It was a company called JK Environmental. And I saw a guy one time wearing this beautiful camel hair coat, and he was carrying this valise. And I said, some of a bitch is probably an attorney. I think I'm going to be an attorney. And I went and I wound up working hard, a political science major. I worked in Washington, D.C. on Capitol Hill. I got a chance to work at DOD, Department of Defense. And then I came back to Cleveland, of course, finished up, got my degree, went to law school. And then when I just sat there, I said, you know what? This is not for me. My mom was ill. And I started kind of, you never grow up saying, I'm going to be a comedian. Although all my friends thought I was going to be a comic, right? And I was like, I was just kind of funny. And one thing led to another, and I started doing comedy. And this was at a time when if you made $50 a set, you were rich. You did 20 minutes, 15, half an hour, 20 to $50, you were doing something. And my whole thing was based on a dare because I had so much pressure on me because of
oh my God, that's what got me started that's what got me started in the comedy was a fucking dare.
Yeah.
Somebody told me you can't fucking do it. Because I went I saw a room where they had more comedians than fucking people paying for the tickets.
Yeah.
So I said, what the fuck is this? And they go, you know how hard it is? I said, well, give me a fucking room, let me try it.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm
And
sorry,
you
but
try
go
it,
ahead.
and you
Yeah,
fe- no, and you fell in love with it, right?
I
It bit you
fell in
the
love with watching the people do their magic. I really
Yeah.
did.
And and the beautiful thing about comedy, it's subjective to the point where you can basically go ahead and sit there and go, "Hey, he's different. Not every comic is going to make you laugh,
No.
but it's going to make someone else laugh."
Right.
My job is to try and get them from the womb to the tomb, right, from the very young to the very old, and
Right.
not put yourself in a certain generation that say, "Well, he'll only work for people who are in their 30s." Or their 40s, or
Right.
50s, or 60s, or whatever the case may be. To see when I do my shows and to see the kids that come to my shows, because when I do my Greek show, the Growing Up Greek in America comedy series, like I said, man, I get them from the very, very early teens to their 90s.
God
And
bless.
you can make them laugh from one thing to the other and talk about all the various idiosyncrasies that happen in a Greek family that you wind up doing. You're like, oh my God, this is hysterical. And I do it half in Greek, half in English. I couldn't speak English, man. When I was a kid, until I was in kindergarten, I couldn't speak English. I learned how to imitate things that used to make me laugh. Bullwinkle Moose.
Right.
Okay. Even though it was made years before I was even born. But the thing is, I was watching and I was imitating Bullwinkle in Greek.
Wow.
And I would go, and my mom would say Vasily, which is my name in Greek, Vasily, and I'd talk to her like Bullwinkle. And my mom goes, "That's it. We got to teach him English. This is bullshit."
When my parents came to this country, I was in the stomach. And when I grew up, I was only around Italian speak. I mean, I fucking 5 years old. I didn't know a dime of English.
Yeah.
5 years old, but because they only spoke Italian to me.
Right.
So
That's all you knew.
Yeah, exactly.
knew,
So
right?
I know exactly what you went through.
So you do these things, and getting back to the original question about bringing your own audience, I think is bullshit.
Right.
Because these are people, men and women, who are working on their craft. And when you're working on your craft, you can't sit there and also be your promoter.
No.
You don't know how to promote because you don't even know what the hell your craft is.
Right.
You're learning. So
I agree
always
with
tell
you. I
people-
agree with you 100%.
I
My
think
job,
you need-
my job as a promoter, and this is what people don't understand. My job as a promoter, it's my responsibility to put asses in that seat, not the comedian. It's my fucking
right.
job. And people,
Yeah.
and some people love it. Like the people who get a full room love it, and they get the paycheck. But other people who do the bringer shows hate me because I do it that way.
And they
I don't
shouldn't
put
hate
no
you. You know
pressure
what?
on anybody.
And they shouldn't fucking hate you at all because you should be able to go ahead and do your show.
Yes.
Now, look, am I expected to fill a room? Absolutely.
Yes.
Because if I don't fill that room, but I'm not going to be asked to come back again. All right.
Right.
But thank God of my reputation and is who I am.
Right.
That they allow me the opportunity. Says, well, Basil's never been here before, but my God, he fucking sold that place out.
Right.
And then when you have repeat customers,
That's
coming
the
from
beauty
that
of it.
same week,
Yeah.
that came on Tuesday at the comedy club, and they said, "Let's bring a bunch of our friends on Saturday,"
Right.
and they're still laughing at the same shit. That's when you know you got.
I love.
something.
When you're gonna be here again? We're running out of time.
This
When you're gonna be
Saturday
here
night.
again?
Belmore, New York, Long Island, I think, which is just north of Jones Beach or something like that. I think
Yeah.
close by, right?
Yeah.
So Belmore, New York, at Governor's at the Brokerage, Saturday night, 7 p.m. But you got to call. This is not a big room. I don't even know if they're sold out yet. But
I'll
call
find out.
Or go, if there's a link that I gave to Bobby earlier. do that show.
www.govs.com. You get all your tickets. Govs.com.
You get your tickets there, and then on Sunday, the Greek show, the Growing Up Greek in America show at 4 p.m. You go to church, get a little bit of Jesus in you, then you come out to the show on Sunday afternoon.
Listen, if you're available, my pizzeria is 313 Main Street in Farmingdale. If you get out and you got time to come down, I'm open to 3 a.m. So if you want to come down, have some beers, all the beers you could drink on me, as long as you're safe driving home, we'll make a pizza together on film. If you get the
I would love
opportunity.
that. You know what? I might just take you up. I might bring some football player friends of mine.
Bring
that
them
came
down.
to the
and
show
we'll
on
have a
Saturday
party
night.
together. I would
think
love
that.
that.
Would be great. That
Guys,
would be
I'm
great,
so
Dan.
sorry. We're out of time. I could talk to you for hours. I mean, listen, Think about this. Anytime that you want to co-host a show with me one day, you have the open invitation where you say, come on that side. You're on your Zoom. You got nothing to do. Just fucking call me and say, Danny, I'm in. I'll put your face there, and I'll have a day of all comedians here, and we'll pick your brain. I would love that. Or I'll have you pick their brain.
Listen, man, if we can do that, we'll do some voices.
I would love it.
I'll do the James Brown bullshit with you.
Let's do it.
A lot of people don't know I was the voice of James Brown during the OJ trials.
Oh, wow.
So I have syndication. Yeah. Oh, some of the freaking stories I can tell you with the voice. I've been blessed with this, that I could do a lot of stuff from singing and everything. But listen, Daniel, anytime you want me on that show,
you have an open invitation. You got my number.
Thanks,
you say, Danny, I'm on next week. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. The minute you say you're on, you're there. Even if I got 6 strippers here and you want to come on, you got it. You got that invitation.
Let me tell you, I think I got some nice titties myself. But anyway, that's another story for.
Well, I got them too. We gotta compare the apples to apples. Listen, God bless you. I pray that everything goes great. I know that show's gonna be sold out. I got no doubt. If I get a chance to come up on Sunday, I'll try to surprise you. The only thing that sucks, the restaurant business kills you. It destroys, to get out of there, it's hard.
Yeah,
but
I remember
I can't wait to.
Look at me.
Yeah.
My dad would always look at me, goes, "Don't you want a restaurant? Don't you?" I said, "I didn't even know you were my father until I was 16 years old."
Oh my goodness!
I never saw you.
Yeah. That's the sad part. My father used to work 92 hours a week, and I used to say to my father, "I hate everything about you." I turned into my father. I turned into him because you know what he told me? As long as you're a working man, you'll always have the respect of the family. And it got embedded to me. I literally work 92 hours a week at my fucking restaurant. It's killing me. My legs, but January 1st, I retire. I retire that, and then I go full. I'm going to have news for you. Well, I can't say on the air, but I'll have something for you that I think you're going to love. Wait till I tell you.
I would love to listen to it. I want to be part of anything.
You're going to be a big part of my future. Let's put it that way. If you can read between lines, I think you'll understand. But,
look, sounds good, my brother.
Guys, I am sorry to say I would love to stay here with Basil the comedian for hours. Unfortunately, I am out of time on the Dan Romano show. Basil, I say it like this. We're fucking brothers one way or the other. I love you. And I can't wait to see you on a stage knocking the socks off everybody. God bless you and your family. And have a safe trip when you come out to New York. And you ate McDonald's today, didn't you? You ate McDonald's today, right?
I did have McDonald's.
You see how good I'm a psychic. I'm a psychic guy.
You're full of shit is what you are.
I got to get away with what I can. Guys, we are blessed right here with Basil the comedian. Go follow him. He's going to be on Long Island this Saturday and Sunday at Governor's Comedy Club in... Which one?
It's in Belmore.
In the Belmore. I get confused. They got 3 of them. In Belmore. Right. Get your tickets at govs.com. Basil the comedian. Buy them. Don't buy fucking one. Bring your whole fucking family. Go see the man. From soup to nuts, it's going to be worth every dime. We are out of here on the Dan Romano show. God bless you all. Basil, I love you. And have a safe trip. And I can't wait to see you in person. God bless you all.
I'll see you soon, man. God bless you, brother.
Thank
Peace.
you.